about you guys watching at home. Finally, the man behind the creative synergy, Ntate Collen Dlamini.
Hey, Tamufukate.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good. How are you, my brother?
When are you such a genius? Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Who thinks about this? Who thinks about getting corporate to come and support us as the creative and cultural industries and discuss business?
It's another fellow creative, just like you. So, this is a platform for creatives by creatives. We didn't wait for government to create this platform for us, but we did it ourselves. So, that's what it's about. It's about us creating meaningful conversations so that we can have regulatory certainty and stimulate investments into the creative economy of South Africa.
The beauty about this event is not government dependent. It's everybody that cares about the creative industry, and that's what excites me. And when I heard about it, I said, aye, Colin, I'm going to gate crash.
And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did because it's important to get the word out there for all the creatives in South Africa who couldn't make it to this event to actually know about the conversations we are having. And that's the important job that media people like you are doing. So we have to share all this knowledge. I mean, there's been really important conversations we've had. Yesterday it was the audiovisual sector. Today is the music industry, visual arts, AI. We have tech people here to share with us. You know, we've been having economists, and we've had international investors who've traveled from the UK, Brussels, Amsterdam, and LA to be here to hear more about the potential of the creative economy in South Africa.
You know what's the funniest thing? I always say it's difficult to call white people to a creative and cultural industries thing, regardless of whether it's being done by government or what. And here is calling all. Did you see half the room there? White people.
Well, look, South Africa is diverse, and it's the beauty and the power and our power as South Africans, and which we should embrace. That we are a colorful nation, you know, and we have all these people from different backgrounds, and that's also why we really wanted to have a diverse range of voices, so that we can all put our heads together and find the solutions of how do we take this industry to the next level. Yes, the industry has grown, but it's kind of stagnated a little bit, and it just needs, to be stimulated. And that's what we're doing today by having these critical conversations.
I'm liking the stimulation, but let's get to the real truth, the
Mm-hmm.
highs and lows of organizing such a thing. Because don't come and stand here and smile and act like it was easy.
No,
Because most have tried to do this kind of thing. It's difficult.
it is extremely difficult. First of all, we've never done an event of this scale in South Africa. Yes, we've done a South African Arts and Culture Showcase in New York last year, and we've hosted other events. But for the creative industry, I mean, to try and sell it to brands, there's a little bit of skepticism. Is the creative industry attractive enough? Are they serious people? And all of that. But we've dispelled that today, and we've brought back more confidence to the brands that have supported us. And that means we'll do it again and again and again. And it's important to have this type of platform.
And you are not mentioning certain things. You are just being modest about this. We need to say the ministers have endorsed these things and they've graced the occasion.
They have, and we are really pleased with that. And it took a lot of work, to try and pin them down and convince them. And it's extremely important. We had three ministries that were invited: Department of Arts and Culture, Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, and Department of Trade and Industry. And why those three ministries is because there's major overlaps between these three ministries in how they regulate the sector, but they work in silos, and that needs to stop. Even the minister, Gayton McKenzie, this morning actually admitted to it and said, we need to work together as government so that even the industry starts being more united, because that's the only way we can create solutions in this industry.
Me standing next to you, I would say it from the bottom of my heart. People like you need to be protected because if you didn't exist, this kind of thing wouldn't exist. And what if no one is ready to take over the baton?
Thanks for your kind words, my brother. I think there's so many young people in the room, who are ready to take the baton from people like us. And Yeah, we're very fortunate that we are able to partner also with the academic institutions, so University of Johannesburg and the Academy of Sound Engineering. In fact, Academy of Sound Engineering are doing all the sound.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have young people who are listening, and hopefully they will also, take it forward.
I would appreciate if this thing goes on and on forever. And thanks a lot. We had to steal Collen Dlamini from inside the session, and we will try and find a way of getting to convince him to come and have a 1 hour sit down like we did with the other two CEOs. And we are going to pose a challenge to him to commit into coming to our studios to discuss this further.